Hey everybody, I'm clearing. Okay, first off, I'm just gonna say I have been posting that I'm doing a June retreat. It has now changed into a 5-week course. It's gonna be held on Wednesdays from about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for 3 to 4 hours each time. Anyways, I've got about 5 spots left. And if you would like more information, please put your request in the comment below and I will give you the email so you can reach out for that. Okay, getting into Divine Masculine check-in. Where are the DMs at today? What's going on? What's on their conscious minds? What are the DMs processing? Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the Divine Masculines? How they are viewing the connection. What would they say to their DF about what they are consciously experiencing on the journey today when you find this reading? And what do the DFs need to know from spirit guidance regarding what we're going to see here? Okay. Conscious mind about the connection. 4 of Swords, Lords of Rest from Strife in the inverse. So there's something that's unnerving. We got this double negative, rest from strife, or that's a positive, but in the reverse, it's not resting from strife. So something that the masculines thought was smoothing out is kind of this blip right now. And I hope you'll wait for me. So masculines, there's this sort of coming down to the wire with something that's been going on in your connection. That's going to be different for everybody. It could be external circumstances. It could be situations that one or both of you are dealing with. But your masculine is hoping that you wait for them to come through this without making rash decisions, without changing up the plan. They know it's tense right now for some reason, maybe in one or more ways, but they do hope that you will wait for them before stepping off the current trajectory. What is the spirit guidance for feminines? The Hanged Man. So feminines, you are at a sort of plateau right now in the energy. Don't do anything until you get an epiphany. See these eyes wide open? It's like ping. So if you don't know what to do, pray, meditate, intend that the answers come to you so that you have peace one way or the other. Your masculine is hoping that you will wait for them regarding some decision I'm getting here. And so until you know, stay the course, keep your eyes wide open, and be open to that higher guidance. Actually intend it so your guides and the divine through free will can come in and, ask and it is given. So if there is something that's been a little bit in your connection, there is a bigger plan playing out. When we get the Hanged One, that is, the universe, the cosmos at play. That's a matter of divine timing. So whatever it appears to be on the surface that's a little bit tense, there is something bigger happening. So stay with it until you know, feminines. What are the masculines feeling about or conscious of regarding their feminine? The High Priestess, Princess, or the Priestess of the Silver Star, and gossip only hurts more in the reverse. So they are very much trusting you right now, feminines, to keep your mouth shut about something is what I heard. But it's not a threat. They know that you do not blab, you don't gossip, you don't spread anything. There's something that they're hoping that you just keep on the down low for a little bit longer. This can mean that they're trusting you to be okay with the status quo in your connection before it comes into more of a public recognition that you're okay with it. I just don't want to say being kept a secret, but not boastful, not, common knowledge or overly inflated, things like that. But there could be something else, whatever this little bit of a concern is, tension in your connection, that you don't go sharing certain things with others that you might change your mind on as things smooth out. There's something like that here. So, yeah, they're seeing you as somebody that's also not a drama queen, somebody who doesn't exaggerate scenarios, exacerbate scenarios. They're actually seeing you in a lot of mastery, and it's putting them at ease. I feel like they have been Jekyll and Hyde at times in the past, but they've also seen people go into fear, and whatever's happening in your scenario, they're seeing you calm, cool, collected, mercy, humility, compassion. Those are the pillars of the High Priestess. So they're seeing you are a very conscious being because you're not handling things in the way somebody else might handle things. You're actually, your stamina, your heart are bigger than this situation at hand. Your masculine is feeling like they cannot be front row and center with you at this time for whatever reason. And they're hoping that you're going to stay this way, this graceful way, long enough for things to smooth out. What is the advice? Stay in your temperance. So this is the alchemical, miraculous, healed alignment. I mean, miraculous in that when you're at this level of non-attachment, emotional equilibrium, you can see miraculous solutions. You are walking on water, walking above the emotion, so to speak. You're not fazed by the fear. Interesting. You're not being sunk in the emotion. So it's energetically walking on water. Very, very cool. And your masculine is seeing you as such. They are absolutely delighting in watching you in mastery, but part of their mastery is also doing what they can to create this safe container with the wing like that. It's this I've got you energy. It's interesting because the masculines are learning how to feel and contain at a distance in some way here. Because they're not able to take action, but they can offer emotional support, I just heard. This is a game changer for them. There's something about this standstill in the energy that's allowing for both of you, for the feminine to come into more surety physically with taking action, and the masculine to come into more surety with being able to be unfazed emotionally, but with appropriate alignment. What can we see for the heart space? How are the masculines viewing these connections? Six of Cups, Lord of Pleasure. So they've never been happier or feel more harmonious with anybody ever. They feel such a flow. They feel such a on the same page, like two peas in a pod, soulmates, harmony. It's very pleasurable. They feel like the two of you have finally met somebody like you with the same size big heart. And what would they say? This love scares me in the inverse. So the shoes aren't so too big anymore. The masculines are really starting to feel more comforted by this love than on guard about it. What is the advice for the feminines? Keep wishing for this. Keep focused on what feels really good. This is the wish fulfillment that translates into manifesting the heaven on earth 10 of Cups. And this is the step, this excited anticipation right before it comes into manifestation. And so, yeah, you're not wrong to be feeling like it's coming, feminines. And to be also really taking deep to heart the exact ways that it's justified to feel good, that it's actually supportive, encouraging, empowering for the two of you. You're not wrong to feel that your counterpart is no longer in a push-pull, but more in a synergy, a teamwork, symbiosis here. We've been getting a lot of those unity conscious indicators and awarenesses. Just because you're not in a physical life partnership in some way for all to see yet doesn't mean you're not coming in these unifying waves with your connection. So these things ground, and they don't require you to be in a formal relationship for these layers to integrate into your dynamic. So when these readings are talking about union energies, that's often when we get a supercharged wave of this growth that shows us we're in it together with our person, that reminds us of the alignment, the affinity. You know, if you're using the term union as the be all end all, okay, now we're life partners and then what kind of thing, that's not what these readings are talking about. We are really talking about the process, the journey, the evolution, and these sweet, energetic times that align us. And that's what I'm feeling here. There's something being brought to the consciousness of both counterparts that speaks of the alignment here. What can we see for the heart space, the conscious understanding of their divine feminine? King of Wands in the inverse, Prince of the Chariot of Fire. So masculines are overcoming their lust right now. In their heart space, they're actually falling in love with you beyond just the physical pleasure, beyond just the chemistry or the mating or whatever the animal pull is. They're really feeling much more of affinity with you. What would they say? You are wrong in the inverse. So it used to feel really intense, and they had never felt something so hot and heavy, I just heard. Even this color red and this King of Wands, the flame suit, you're not wrong. So, you know, where they have said that you maybe were too much, not right for them, they didn't have feelings, any of that, they're now seeing that you, of all people that they've ever met, are so right on a heart and soul level. But they needed to see through the intensity, the inferno of passion I just heard, to really understand what was causing so much attraction, magnetic pull. And they're starting to see that now. There's through the journey, because of this temperance process, they've started to see how right you really are, because they've taken a spacious approach, or because your circumstances have caused spaciousness, whether it's premature to fully come together or distance is a factor. In some way, they're able to see beyond just that intense chemistry to who you are as a person. I think I've been getting for the last 8 months to a year that we're getting to know each other on a whole new level because of this beautiful pace. It might be slower than we first wanted, but it's so fulfilling and formative and foundational. What can we see for the feminines? You are meant to take an overview and not cry over spilt milk, and really look at the value of the journey and trust the process, and have a conscious desire to see the wisdom of the cosmos for allowing your connection to play out exactly at the rate and the way that it is. What is the wish the masculines want to manifest? Ten of Wands, Lord of Oppression. Oh, they want all the burden to be removed. What would they say to you? Ace of Cups in the inverse. It's about forgiveness, unconditional love, patience. I'm really getting this. We're in it together, taking on the world and making all the changes, energetic hand in energetic hand. It's like a keep going. They want to just keep trusting. I'm being reminded of that. I hope you'll wait for me. It's like, we've got this. It's kind of like a reinforcing the teamwork thing here. That's what they want to say, is we can get through anything. Trust me. Let's keep leaning into this. Yeah, feminines, you're going to get some confirmations from your masculine and from your reality that you are wielding Archangel Michael's sword of truth, this eternal love, the voice of reason, the voice of truth. That gossip only hurts more. You might have been somebody in the past that would run your mouth or jump to conclusions, not anymore. And so whatever's happening in the energy, you're doing your best. You're walking that mastery of speech. You're impeccable with your speech, and you are speaking your truth but not inflating things, and you're going to start seeing mountains move. I just heard feminines. What can we see for the action the masculines want to take? Oh, I got two. Wow, 10 of Swords and Princess of Swords in the inverse. So 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords are some of the most uncomfortable energies in the deck. We already got like that bit of a cringe with the 4 of Swords, like the masculines don't quite know how to solve whatever this tension or kind of extra energy is influencing the connection right now. We've got Lord of Oppression and Lord of Ruin. This is the binding of the material realm and the trauma templates, the survivor templates. And they're starting to realize they have a shot with you and with themselves to come through the perceptions that cause things to be an ongoing struggle, suffering, perpetual suffering. And so they're letting go of those cycles. They're openly curious and witnessing the change that the two of you bring to the table from the norm. And how the two of you are both calm, cool, and collected. What would they say to you? I could be your hero, baby. So this is really inspiring them to go all in, is what I'm getting from this card. To show up, to team up, to rise to the occasion. They're looking for ways to go above and beyond, make your life more comfortable, easier, without you even having to ask. Your goodness is inspiring them to think and dream big, I'm hearing. This is the action they want to take. They want to do you justice. Oh, that's beautiful, masculines. Advice, just wait and see, feminines. Yeah, you just being in your alignment and handling yourself and your situations impeccably. Your masculine is the one that has the ability to see that aspect of you and cherish it and want to protect it and want to dote on it, spoil you, princess treatment, queen treatment. I just heard your masculine wants to thank you for your soul, for your character. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, they really do have a very confident knowing that they could be that person to you now. They know it's your free will to wait for them or not. They don't think you're going to make any rash decisions, but for whatever reason, it's not quite available for them to fully come forward. So they're coming up with some kind of a way to contribute to the betterment of your life, your shared life, your future. What can we see for the challenge? 4 of Wands, Lord of Perfected Work in the inverse. So that's the 1111 in the inverse, and I just want space. So I'm getting that they're in their little elf's workshop trying to figure out what the proper way to go about this once and for all, till death do us part kind of all in energy. They just want space right now while there are certain things hovering in the air that still need to be released, overcome, navigated. So your masculine does know that there are real world circumstances that haven't balanced out fully for the two of you to come together. That's not just about whether you two want this or not. And so while that's still happening, it's easier, and your masculine is being guided to desire solitude, sovereignty, to continue looking at their part of the energy and to continue understanding what it takes to lay a healthy, long-lasting foundation. So they might be reading a lot of books, doing self-help programs, learning new techniques or theories, and they want to focus on that. They want you to trust them in the space that they are requiring at this time to come into the leadership of their own life so they can show up for you as your protector, your equal. What is the advice for the feminines? Get yourself out of your worried mindset that they are rejecting you by wanting this space. Really look at it as though they want to. It's like when the groom and the bride can't see each other before the wedding and then they are revealed to each other. That's the kind of energy, feminines, that you're meant to view what your masculine is up to right now. They are preparing for that coming together, and you're not meant to see that magic unfolding. It's going to be a surprise who they've become, how they show up, what they now have to share with you about what they envision going forward, hoping that you love what they've come up with. But they need that space to design it, to download it, to meditate on it, to grow, to be worthy of it, all of that. What is the solution for this challenge? Knight of Cups, Lord of Waves and Waters. So let the emotion be what it needs to. Don't suppress your emotion. Let the feels be there, but let the gratitude be there as well. This is also masculines really allowing their emotions so that they can bring in their authentic reasons for choosing you, divine feminine, and connect their emotions to it. It's like they're doing an emotional grafting right now, where their head and heart are being grafted together in the new vision for the future. What would they say? I can't even look at you right now. Yeah, they're going through a revelation period where they're literally being brought into alignment through their free will, through desiring to solve the puzzle of this connection and true love in their lives. They're very focused on everything that they are internalizing at this time through balancing their connection to source. What are you meant to know, feminines? This is a card of blockage. You're not blocked. There is so much trickling under the surface. I am getting September again with the eclipses, that even before September, there's going to be an obvious indicator to the feminines that have watched this far. First off, I have to say, not everybody watching this reading isn't for everyone. It's a general reading in the public. So some people, this won't be your reading. But for the vast majority that are watching this, you will have a major indicator before September that this person has been completely transforming their lives and showing up completely different in your connection. That you're not so at odds with each other's perspective or beliefs about the viability of this connection. Something will streamline. What is the direction in the near future? Three of Cups, Lord of Abundance in the inverse. So there's something connected with this Lord of Rest from Strife, this wavy gravy kind of energy that's not settling down. It's almost like the timeline potentials are in flux, and in order to manifest this together, both have to dig into their hearts, dig into their souls' deepest remembrance and knowing. This is a card of balancing out the abundance, but it's also the choosing of the two and letting go of all of the fear, the extra energies. What would they say to the feminines? I left because you told me to. So the masculines do feel like there's something on the feminine side that has helped them decide on the timing or the choices that they've made to give this a little bit more space, to give it a little bit more time. So another nudge to pray, feminines, ask to be shown in your situation what could have given your masculine the idea that it wasn't go time fully from your side of the energy. Remember, these masculines are exquisite dance partners and they will follow our lead. And so if there are any things going on for the feminines that the masculines would be stepping over the sovereignty, they will take it and out. They are very sensitive to that. And this is saying that they are choosing you, feminines, but for now, they have created space because of some vibe that you've given off, maybe directly or indirectly, that has told them it's not time yet. I'm also being drawn to the 8, which is that infinity. So this is an eternal connection. It's aligned with eternal love, with real love. They're not gone anywhere, but they are taking space because of circumstances, because of something still needing to balance out. What do the feminines need to know? Exactly, the world. So there are cycles that need to close out once and for all before this can come in, before both are free and clear to pursue. But it's not one or the other. If your masculine is truly your aligned one, whatever is going on with the spaciousness on their side has a direct parallel on your side of the energy, feminines. And whatever that is what you need to be focusing on to close out so that the two of you can ascend. Okay, let's get a final message card here for the connections, for those who have watched. Woo! My goodness, that was a gazillion. Okay, we're getting, this card was the one that fell upright. So intention, mental breakthroughs, and ideas. Set the intentions. Ask and it is given. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.